Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and as you guys know, I was pretty busy during the run-up to and actual Bilderberg, so I missed some things. Hey, I'm a human being. And in the news were some brand new allegations against Jimmy Savile and some of his alleged co-conspirators that had not been out there before. Now, it is well accepted that Savile was a serial predator, a necrophiliac, somebody who put himself very close to very vulnerable children and the elderly as well. It gets pretty gross when you get into exactly what Savile was found to have done. This is a real investigation. Now, there were some allegations alleged about 3 weeks ago that not only did it involve the high-level government officials we've talked about in the cover-up in the BBC, but top military brass as well. Now, before I read you this, I want to let you know that this guy, Carl Beach, apparently only named Savile and his stepfather initially. Okay, and just today, there's a pretty big hit piece out there about him. So I'm not saying that Carl Beach is telling the truth or he's a liar. I'm simply reporting on what Beach has claimed. And remember, Savile, Edward Heath, Sir Edward Heath also. This man, the ex-prime minister, all right? Now, he would have faced some pretty hard questions. The 7 allegations against him in Operation Conifer. So he would have had to really report, all right? This is the MP for between 61 and 92, he was allegedly getting away with this. Here he is. Yep. Your former prime minister. 7 of those abuse claims in this same ring. So, now it seems we have high-level military officials in on this, which shouldn't be a surprise if high-level government officials are also in on it. But again, Beach's claims are trying to be discounted because of his finances, and we'll get to that in a moment, but I want to go over some of this right now, all right? Jimmy Savile was among the VIP pedos who abused a boy in the officer's accommodation of an army base with military top brass, a court has heard. A man accused of lying about a Westminster VIP ring told police that his British Army general stepfather and Savile were among the 2 men. This guy, Beach, is a former nurse and care quality commission employee. He denies the 12 counts of perverting the course of justice and 1 fraud relating to a $22,000 criminal injuries claim. Now remember, these guys have all sorts of things, all sorts of power at their disposal. I would assume a victim of this level probably doesn't have much. Many of these people are just not able to mentally cope afterwards. Many become drug addicts. Many are drug addicts in the first place, or easily influenced, or in need of money, or on the streets. They prey on people that they hope will be forgotten, will not be listened to, could easily be discredited. And again, just today, this one's out of the Daily Mail. And I'm talking about, he's got debts of $70,000 and the criminal charges for that $22K in fraud. Okay? Now, to the credit of the Daily Mail, they at least link you to his testimony. You can find his testimony. Now, this is the testimony that the jury is currently hearing. This is what he said. And this is where they're claiming he's lying about people. Let's see. He's a fanaticist. Okay, a fanaticist. Harvey Proctor being one of them, and Lord Bramall are 2 of the people he is accusing. But this man is a fanaticist. Again, I don't know whether his claims are true. And I do know, however, that powerful people, they will use their money. They will use their influence. They will use legal tools to smear your name when you try to combat them. Case in point, the Epstein case. Did a video on it earlier today. I hope you go check it out. When you talk about victims, I just learned today, forget about the 36 victims from that initial case over a decade ago. The Miami Herald was able to dig up 80 plus and talk to 60 of them. Please go check out my video on that right now if you haven't seen it. It's up over at my personal channel. There it is. Every time I look deeper into this, the details only get worse. And the same thing seems to be true with this case. Now, when you look at Savile, by the way, this man, Louis Theroux, very famous documentary filmmaker. He's got 2 million followers. I guarantee at some point on television you've seen his stuff. Back in 2000, he apparently did a documentary on Jimmy Savile. So I'm just going to read it for you. Now he's done a follow-up. So 20 years ago, Louis Theroux spent several weeks with British entertainer Jimmy Savile, making a program he hoped would shed light on the veracity of rumors that Savile was a predator. It revealed very little. Very little. The follow-up, which Theroux made several years after his death, reveals much more, and the unflinching accounts of women Savile had abused as girls are horrific. See, here's the thing. Everybody thinks that the monsters that walk among us, they're just monsters. How could you not know? Look at this creep, right? And Theroux, he talks about how I liked him. He knew what he was going in to talk to him about, all these allegations, and he liked him. And this confused him in his worldview. So check this out. So while I'm quite proud of my first program, I'm still a bit confused at how I was able to experience him as a somewhat likable person in the year or two after making it. That's something I think upon. There's a slightly naive view, common sense to some men, that if abuse happens, you recognize it as abuse straight away. And of course, that isn't how it works in the real world settings. So if it was something that I maybe had to learn, and I'd like to think that I bring that understanding now to my work and also as a human being, like everything he said there. Now, again, I know they're probably, oh, he covered it up. And listen, I don't know what's in that guy's heart, but he's certainly repenting now if he did have anything to do with a cover-up. And he's at least admitting that somebody who was a television personality, okay? And when we talk about this guy, I want to talk about, how Jim will fix it for you. Here he is in the hospital. And every year he had a Jim will fix it annual. You see? Jim will fix it. Here he is. He's helping you. That's his shirt. Jim will fix it. He's there to help children. He's here to help the elderly. He's got a little badge and a pass. He's got access everywhere. And here he is. Oh, with checks. See that giant check there? Oh, he's helping people. He's with Margaret Thatcher. He's got a big badge. He's portrayed as a hero during these times. Gave him all sorts of access. And remember, he's knighted. He's knighted. And it's even claimed that he may have been the godfather of Harry. That Charles was that close to this man that he may have been the godfather of Harry. And again, you have a prime minister involved. You allegedly have top military brass. We already know Gary Glitter and other entertainers got arrested in this ring. And the thing is that some people are so unrepentant within the government now there. Look at this. Oh, he finally removes his snap with Jimmy Savile from his site 9 years after it was taken. All right? So here you go. This is yesterday. Okay? He's finally removing it. Took a picture with one of the most notorious and horrific predators the world has ever known, at least publicly. And he's just taken this down. Former mayor of Cocork, Jim Daly, posted a photo of the depraised telly host on his official site when he was in Coburn on board the Queen Victoria. Oh, they're buddies. Hey, Jimmy. Good news. And it should alarm people that we're still finding out more and more and more. And it appears that victims are still being smeared. Hey, I don't know. Maybe this guy's a liar. Maybe he's a fantasist. What do you guys think? Those are the headlines they're running right there on this guy. Yet, high-level political individuals in Europe are taking pictures with the guy. They're keeping him posted up until now. Everybody knows who he is. He is, listen, considered one of Britain's most predatory sex offenders. Okay? 2010, he came. These things have been in the public sphere for some time. I've been talking about Jimmy Savile for some time. It's not fictional. All right? So you want to understand how this works. In a lot of cases, they are charismatic chameleons. And they have connections that when these allegations come against them, well, looks like they have a way of just brushing them under the rug. And were high-level military officials involved? I don't know. I'm going to let the courts decide that. I'm going to let the information come out. I'm probably going to end up watching that guy's deposition. And maybe we'll play some of the key moments of that because I think it's very, very important. Guys, if you like this video, please, now is the time to subscribe to the Burmis Brigade. Hit that subscribe button. This is video, I believe, number 4 or 5 for the day. I think 4 right now. I'm trying to bang out as many as I can. 5 or 6 minimum. Love to get 10 done. Not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. Really matters on the news day, my schedule, what I think is important. But I can tell you this. I'm not going to be reporting on nonsense. I'm reporting on real issues, whether it be Epstein, Nexium, the First Amendment, Assange, Iran, Dershowitz, censorship, those 2 very suspicious murders of state senators that nobody seems to be talking about, state-sponsored euthanasia, the Bilderberg Group, the royal family, and so much more. Oh yeah, let's throw some facial recognition and biometrics there as well. So if you like this channel, hey, don't only subscribe, share this stuff on social media. Let people know there's real news out there, that people are covering interesting aspects of the world. We just talked about Kim Jong-nam, the half-brother of Kim Jong-un, who was assassinated, being a CIA informant and other connections to the CIA and North Korea. So if you want to check that out, please do. It's on this channel. Guys, again, thank you so much. I will see everybody on the flip.